Junkyard Junkie, back here with another video. Today we're going to be working on a 2012 Ford F-150. The problem we're having today is the oil pan gasket is leaking, so I'll be showing you everything you need to know so you can do this yourself at your own home. If you've seen in my shorts video, I showed that I put UV dye in there because I wanted to make sure that it was the oil pan gasket and not the rear main seal. Luckily, it was just the oil pan gasket, and that's a lot better than having to drop the transmission for a rear main seal. So let's go ahead and throw this up on a lift and let's get started. Okay, so coming from the front of the truck, we go right under here past the skid plate. We have our oil pan right there, and that is a 15mm socket. Okay, so now with your 15mm socket, we'll just go ahead and break it loose. All right, now that we got it loose, we can use one of my favorite tools. This is a magnet you just stick on here. This way you can actually bend it up or out of the way and still turn it. There we go. Now this just had a fresh oil change, but since I'm replacing the oil pan gasket, all the oil has to come out anyways. So we'll let that drain till there's no more coming out, and then we'll put our drain pan bolt back in. Okay, now we can just stick our plug back in. Now you just want to finish tightening it up. Go ahead and wipe off the excess oil. Okay, so coming underneath, we gotta take the skid plate off. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all 13mm. Put it on here. So now we just get these front two. Go ahead and get ready to catch it. Okay, if you look at this picture, this little drain takes 3 bolts. So we're gonna go ahead and take those out. They are 8mm. Okay, once you got those bolts out, you should be able to just work this right out of here. Through here to the top. As we can see, right here is a 10mm we need to take off. Okay, next we're going to take out this cross member. You'll need an 18 up here, and then you'll have to hold it on the back with a wrench with a 15mm. There's 4 bolts, 2 on each side. Now that you got those out, you can just push them through. Do the same thing on this side. we'll just stick a pry bar in there. Get loose. There we go. Okay, the last thing in our way is this sway bar. If we come over here, we'll take that off and that off. These are 15. And then our sway bar end link, we'll just take it off at the bottom right here. That is an 18 millimeter. Okay, so we'll take this sway bar end link off. Okay, so we have this nut turning on us. So just get a pair of vice grips and stick it under there and clamp it down, and it'll come out. Just like that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take this off now. These are 15s. That bushing probably needs to be replaced. Okay, now we'll take these out. Okay, now that we took this out at the bottom, it'll lift out and we can swing it around. Actually, we're going to go ahead and take this out too. Okay, we have our channel locks up there. Now we can just lift this up and out. Okay, so looking back here, we have our transmission lines. Right here is a bracket, and up there is a 13 millimeter nut we need to take off to loosen this bracket. We also want to take it apart right here, just take it out of these clips. So there's the 13 millimeter we need to take out. There we go. Okay, looking at the oil pan, this sensor right here, we need to unplug it. So just press in and pull out. There we go. Okay, so if you follow the wire, it's connected to the oil pan right there. So you want to go ahead and pry that out. Okay, so if we look up there, I got it out. It's not too bad. Okay, so now we have almost everything out of our way. We just gotta lower that front diff and we'll put a jack under it. And it takes 3 bolts. So let's look at them. Okay, coming in from the driver's side wheel, here's the front of our diff. If we look up there, you'll see that bolt right up there, right above the diff. Okay, for the second one, you'll come in on the passenger side. Here's your steering rack. And then here is your shaft. And we want that bolt right there. Go ahead and take that one out. Okay, and then finally, there's our oil pan. Here's our drive shaft going to our front diff. Right back there is the one we want to take out. Okay, you see that bolt up there? That's up top from this front diff. Right up there. I thought it was going to be hard. I was just overthinking it. All you got to do, come up through here in the front where your oil filter is, stick a long extension, and then you can get right up there on it, just like that. Ooh, that sucker's tight. Okay, we're just going to break them loose for now. Okay, so once again, you can go over, but you will need a wobbly because look here, you can get on it, but it's not real secure. So I would get a wobbly socket, and that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so we'll go up and over. Now we'll just crack it loose. They are in there tight. But now that we got that broke loose, we'll do the third and final one. Okay, so the bolt up here is actually a 21 millimeter. And I went ahead and supported it with a jack. Now that we got all three broke loose, I'm just going to go ahead and take all three out, and then we'll lower this down with the jack a little bit. Okay, just for comparison, this one came out from the back side near the drive shaft. These two came out from the front side, and this was over the shaft that goes to the passenger wheel. It has this little nut thing to go with it. Okay, now that we got everything in place, we just want to lower this jack down to where this is almost on here. It almost fits perfectly, but you don't want to actually rest this on the frame itself. You still want to keep it on the jack. So we'll go ahead and lower it. There we go. Okay, so now we have access to all of our nuts and bolts. There is one more connector that needs to come off right up there. Right on that wire, but you'll see it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and drop this without the camera because there's really no great way to get footage. Okay, so make sure you got that bracket off. Behind that bracket, there's a wiring for the starter. You want to pull that off too. So everything will be free, as you can see up here. So you just want to be able to free everything up. You should be able to get to everything. Now these front bolts and studs are hard to get to, but what I suggest is coming up over this and going in there to get to it with either a ratchet wrench or a little socket. Okay, so we got the oil pan out. It is a tight squeeze, but it's not as bad as you would actually think. It's very doable. But now you want to go around and clean up the mating surface all the way around it very well. It says to use a plastic scraper, and then we can move on to the next part. Okay, make sure your surfaces are clean. And then right here where the block meets this back plate, that line, and over here on this line, you want to use a little black RTV gasket maker on them. And then there will be two spots up at the front that you'll also have to do. That's where the timing cover meets the block. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put it up there after I clean it up a little bit more and put that silicone on there. Okay, I got it back up in there and use the proper torquing sequence. I'll throw that up on screen now. It's really simple to do. Okay, so at this point you got it whooped. Just put everything back together like you took it off. All right, now just drive it around and make sure it don't have any leaks and you're good to go. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.